Congratulations, you've submitted your Aliyah application, and now begins the most character-building part of the entire process, waiting. Think of it as a spiritual journey that tests your patience, your ability to resist refreshing your email every 5 minutes, and your capacity to explain to well-meaning relatives that no, you still don't have an answer, and yes, you'll definitely let them know when you do. Making Aliyah is indeed a life-changing decision, and waiting for approval can feel like being stuck in the world's most meaningful limbo. You've submitted enough paperwork to deforest a small country, answered questions about your great-great-grandmother's maiden name, and somehow found documents you forgot existed. Now comes the fun part. Waiting 3 to 6 months while somewhere in an office, mysterious officials decide whether your life-altering dream gets the green light. The Jewish agency evaluates your application based on the law of return, which is actually quite generous when you think about it. You qualify if you have at least one Jewish grandparent, thanks Bubby. If you've converted to Judaism through Orthodox, conservative, or Reform movements, welcome to the tribe. Or if you're the spouse, child, or grandchild of someone eligible, congratulations on your excellent choice in family connections. This foundational Israeli law ensures that Jewish people worldwide have the right to immigrate to Israel and receive citizenship, though it doesn't guarantee immunity from Israeli bureaucracy once you arrive. Your application package required extensive documentation that would make a tax audit look like a casual paperwork request. You've provided birth certificates for yourself and what feels like half your extended family, marriage and divorce certificates, because apparently they need to know about that brief Vegas mistake, death certificates for deceased relatives, morbid but necessary, and documents proving Jewish heritage such as ketubahs, synagogue records, or conversion certificates. You've also submitted police clearance certificates from every country where you've ever lived for more than 5 minutes, medical forms that ask about conditions you've never heard of, vaccination records dating back to your childhood, and sometimes character references that make you wonder if your friends actually like you. If this process feels overwhelming, remember that Easy Aliyah Boutique Concierge Services exist specifically to help people navigate this documentation maze without having nervous breakdowns. The approval process typically takes 3 to 6 months, though typically, in government terms, is about as reliable as weather forecasts. Complex cases involving unclear documentation or the need for additional verification can take longer because apparently proving your Jewish grandmother was actually Jewish requires more evidence than a criminal conviction. Several factors affect timing, including the completeness of your initial documentation. Did you remember to include that one form buried on page 47 of the instructions? Your country of origin, some places apparently file paperwork faster than others, and the current volume of applications being processed by the Jewish agency. Translation: how many other people are also having existential crises about moving to Israel right now? During this waiting period, you'll develop an unhealthy relationship with your email inbox. You'll check it approximately 847 times per day, get excited about spam messages from Nigerian princes, and seriously consider whether that promotional email from a mattress company might actually be coded approval news. It's important to remain patient and use this time productively to prepare for your eventual move, though productively might include researching Israeli apartment prices and immediately needing a stiff drink. If your application is approved, you'll receive the much-anticipated Mazal Tov letter via email directly from the Jewish agency. This isn't just any email, it's basically the digital equivalent of winning the lottery, except instead of money, you win the right to navigate Israeli bureaucracy in Hebrew. The letter includes confirmation of your eligibility status. You're officially qualified to complain about Israeli politics like a local. Instructions for scheduling your pre-Aliyah appointment, more appointments because who doesn't love appointments, a list of any additional documents needed, surprise, more paperwork, information about Aliyah flight arrangements, free flights to your new bureaucratic adventure, and details about the initial benefits and support services available to you as a new immigrant, which you'll need to figure out how to access naturally. Once you receive your approval, several immediate actions are required, because apparently getting approved is just the beginning of the real fun. You must schedule your pre-Aliyah appointment at a Jewish agency office or Israeli consulate, more waiting rooms in your future. Complete final paperwork and health clearances, because the previous medical forms were apparently just practice, and attend mandatory pre-Aliyah seminars that prepare you for life in Israel. Spoiler alert, nothing truly prepares you for Israeli driving. If you're immigrating from North America or the UK, you'll likely coordinate with Nefesh B'Nefesh, an organization that provides additional support and somehow makes the whole process feel slightly less like controlled chaos. Planning your actual move involves numerous logistical considerations that would challenge a military operation. You'll book your Aliyah flight, which is often subsidized or completely free. Finally, something free that doesn't come with hidden costs. Arrange to ship your belongings duty-free to Israel. Good luck explaining to Israeli customs why you need 17 coffee makers. Close financial accounts in your current country and transfer funds. Enjoy explaining to your bank that yes, you really are moving to the Middle East. And begin researching housing options and neighborhoods where you'd like to live. Prepare for sticker shock that makes your current rent look reasonable. The Jewish Agency provides guidance on these practical matters, but much of the planning responsibility falls on you because apparently being an adult immigrant means actually having to plan things yourself. An easy Aliyah boutique concierge service can help coordinate these logistics because sometimes you just want someone else to handle the 17 coffee maker shipping situation. New immigrants to Israel receive substantial benefits designed to ease the transition, though ease is relative when you're trying to navigate a new country. The Sal Klita, or absorption basket, provides initial financial assistance to help cover living expenses during your first months. It's like a welcome gift, except it's money you'll definitely need for overpriced Israeli groceries. You're entitled to free Hebrew classes called Ulpan for up to 5 months, which are crucial for integration and learning how to argue about politics in your new language. Health insurance coverage begins immediately upon arrival because Israeli healthcare waits for no immigrant, and you'll have access to employment assistance and job placement services. They'll help you find work, though they can't guarantee your new boss will appreciate your foreign work habits. Educational benefits include university discounts and various programs designed to help immigrants continue their studies or retrain for new careers, because apparently moving countries is the perfect time to change your entire professional identity too. Sometimes the Jewish Agency requests additional documentation before making a final decision, which feels like being asked for homework when you thought you'd already graduated. This can include more proof of Jewish heritage. Apparently, your previous evidence wasn't quite enough. Updated medical examinations, because your health might have changed dramatically in the past 6 months. Character references, time to beg more friends to vouch for your character. Financial statements, proving you can afford this expensive life change. Or criminal background checks from additional countries, including that semester abroad you forgot to mention. If this happens, don't panic. It's often routine and doesn't indicate an impending rejection. The agency simply wants to ensure all requirements are properly met before granting approval, like a very thorough bouncer checking IDs at the world's most exclusive club. While waiting for your decision, you can prepare productively, though productively might be subjective when you're stress-eating hummus at 2 a.m. Start learning Hebrew. Prepare to feel like a toddler trying to order coffee. Research Israeli cities and neighborhoods. Spoiler, everywhere is more expensive than you think. Connect with Olim communities online. Misery loves company, and so does immigration stress. Begin the emotional preparation process. Stock up on tissues. And save money for your transition. You'll need more than you think, then double that amount. Many successful immigrants recommend using this time to build connections with other people who have made Aliyah, as their experiences and advice prove invaluable. Plus, they can warn you about things like the true cost of air conditioning in Israeli summers. Although most applications are approved, because the Jewish Agency isn't actually trying to crush dreams, denials can occur due to insufficient proof of Jewish heritage. Your family stories weren't quite documented enough. Criminal background issues, that parking ticket collection might be a problem, incomplete documentation, you missed a form somewhere in that 200-page application, or medical concerns, apparently some conditions require extra paperwork. If your application is denied, you can often reapply with additional documentation or appeal the decision through the proper channels, because nothing says "welcome home" like a bureaucratic appeals process. The Jewish agency typically provides guidance on why an application was denied and what steps might be taken to address the issues, though deciphering their feedback sometimes requires its own interpreter. Throughout this entire process, remember that extensive support is available, even when it feels like you're navigating this alone while eating chocolate at midnight and questioning all your life choices. The Jewish agency provides guidance at every step, though their definition of guidance might differ from yours. And organizations like Nefesh B'Nefesh offer additional assistance with everything from paperwork to job placement for immigrants from specific countries. Online communities, local Jewish organizations, and people who have already made Aliyah can provide emotional support and practical advice. Plus, they understand why you're crying over Israeli apartment listings. Easy Aliyah boutique concierge services can also provide hand-holding throughout the entire process, because sometimes you need professional help dealing with the emotional roller coaster of international relocation. The moment you receive that Mazal Tov letter marks the official beginning of your journey home to Israel, though home might feel like a foreign concept when you're trying to figure out Hebrew utility bills. While the process can seem daunting with its extensive requirements and waiting periods that test your sanity, thousands of people successfully complete their Aliyah each year with proper preparation, patience, and the support of various organizations dedicated to helping Jewish people immigrate to Israel, plus a healthy sense of humor about bureaucratic absurdity. Your approval letter represents not just bureaucratic success, but the realization of a dream that connects you to thousands of years of Jewish history and the modern state of Israel, where you'll get to experience traffic jams in the Holy Land and argue about politics in Hebrew. Welcome to the adventure of a lifetime, where everything takes longer than expected, but somehow everyone still makes it work.